All right, thank you one more time. The program's still on your television, independent TV here in Benin City, our Benin Network Center. And the next few minutes, we're going to be looking at a policy in Nigeria now that seems to be very new, but little wonder whether the policy has actually begun. Now, about some few days ago, Nigerians were greeted with the news that the federal government is going to introduce a 15% import duty for petrol and diesel, to be specific. Now, naturally, Nigerians will react, and of course, the reactions are still going on. So, on this program today, we're going to be looking at how the weight is going to be on Nigerians, as it were, and whether it's going to impact on Nigerians positively, and also the kind of impact it's going to be having on the refineries. Because what the federal government is saying is that this is going to enable local refineries in the country, for them to operate optimally and also to boost their production and all that. Well, joining us on the program today, he's going to be calling into this program any moment from now, is the new chairman of IPMAN in Edo State, in the person of Mr. ODWIN IROGHAMA. Now, we're expecting him to be on the program so that we can let you have, his feeling on the show. Now, some of the reactions we're getting on that now is that a few days ago, we understand that a Nigerian businessman, Femi Otedola, has actually thrown his own weight behind President Bola Tinubu's recent 15% import duty on petrol, diesel. All right, so we are privileged to have Mr. ODWIN IROGHAMA now. Now, Mr. ODWIN, a very good morning to you. Mr. ODWIN. Hello, Mr. ODWIN IROGHAMA.
With you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, Evans.
Okay, well, let me say congratulations to you first on the assumption of this new office as the IPMAN Chairman in Edo State. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we have an issue at hand now, the 15% import duty that the federal government has mentioned. Now, tell us on this program whether this policy has started. Let's start from there.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you now.
All right, so we are looking at the 15% import duty on petrol and diesel that the federal government just mentioned. We want to know whether this policy has started. I mean, has it started, has the federal government started operating it?
Yeah. It has been signed into law.
Okay, it's been signed into law. All right, so what do you think is the major reason for this introduction of this 15% import duties? What is the major reason?
First, before I go into that, we have to look at before the policy is being formulated, you have to look at what are the parameters, what are on ground before Mr. President enacted this law, so that you will be able to appreciate that he is trying to consolidate the gains of the deregulation in the industry. You know that petrol is a derivative of petrol and diesel is a derivative of crude oil, and we before now have been exporting our crude without refining it locally, which has impoverished us a lot. But today, you find that with the deregulation, Mr. President is trying to consolidate on the gains of the deregulation in the oil and gas industry, especially in the downstream sector. So I think it will impact because positively on us, in the sense that we have the crude, we have the local refineries. People always look at only Dangote. It's not Dangote that is on ground. We have the modular refineries that are on ground. We even have one in Edo State here. They are all on ground, and they are able to meet our local consumption rate in Nigeria. So I think the major reason for Mr. President President enacting this policy is to consolidate on the gains of the deregulation by ensuring that not only our local refiners protected, they are protected, and it stabilizes the production in this term, because he also placed a policy that is very much commendable, giving these local refiners crude in naira, not in foreign currency. It's giving them crude in naira. That saves us a lot of foreign exchange, and the capital flight is very, very, very much reduced. So, on the long run, the major impact it's going to have on all of us is that, especially Nigerians, when our currency is stabilized, you have the value of what you have is also stabilized. We have the possibility of a steady supply of products in the country. We have the country is petrol and diesel is one of the major energy that holds the energy sector in the country. So with that being constant in the supply chain, you find out that production is easy, transportation is easy. If you look at the price of commodities in the market now, it's steadily coming down. Reason being that the products, petrol and diesel, is not only readily available, the price of this commodity is coming down. If you compare it as at last year, where diesel sold as high as almost 1,700 and PMS going for almost 1,002 to 1,004, it has dropped considerably. Across the board in the nation, you have the diesel going to as far as this year now, maybe you have it at 1,050 and PMS going for 950 thereabout across the board in the country. So it has impacted positively on us as Nigerians, and I think the president's actions should be commended.
All right. Now, when policies like this are introduced, Nigerians naturally they will react. I mean, we're talking about import duties now, and that has to do with imported products and all that. Now, against what you said, that the price of petrol seems to be coming down. Now, I remember maybe 1 or 2 months ago, the price of petrol PMS now, a liter was sold between 850 naira or even 900 naira. But it seems with the announcement of this policy, the price of PMS jacked up. As we speak now in Benin City, where I stay, I mean the price of PMS per liter is sold for nothing less than 940 naira in most filling stations. So it appears that this policy is going to make Nigerians to pay more. Don't you think so?
First, you must understand that the crude is denominated in foreign currency. It's in naira. It's not in naira. It's in foreign currency. The impact of the price is affected by the cost in the foreign markets. So you don't just look at the local amount you pay. You look at the denomination in dollars. So if there is any slight, it's not necessarily due to the import duty, though it might slightly affect it, but I don't think that is what led to the increase. I believe that it is a slight increase in the price of crude that affected the price of the product as we speak. Because you were trying, if you look at us at the time you are referring to now, the price of the crude was definitely lower as at today than the price as at today.
So you are trying to tell us that this 15% increment is a very infinitesimal compared to trying to look at the price, how the price of petrol has jacked up.
Yes, and secondly, I would like to add that this price we are paying for is 15% compared to the gains. Just look at the positive side, the gains that we are getting. No jobs are exported, Our local refineries are protected. We have our jobs. We keep our jobs. We have steady supply. We are not giving substances that are being imported from overseas. We are not giving substandard. We are getting quality products. And anytime there is a sneeze in the international community, you find out that the price jacks up because the ships cannot arrive. But with the local refineries protected, if there is any hit in the international community, we are completely safe because the local refineries can meet up to our demand. And the fact that more people are even building more is encouraging investment inflow into the country, creating more jobs. One refinery is in the pipeline to produce about 500,000 barrels per day. Our group managing director of NNPC is saying that they are trying to resuscitate our state refineries. This will keep our jobs. So the price, if this we are paying for the import, which Mr. President is trying to consolidate the gains of our nation, is infinitesimal compared to the gains both for Nigeria and to the local refineries.
Okay. Let us look at this whole thing because in as much as we understand that the reason that the federal government is giving is it's going to enable local refineries to operate optimally and also enhance job creation and encourage local refineries. But you and I know that the local refineries we have in Nigeria now, they seem not to be producing the amount of fuel that Nigerians need on a daily basis. So it's only natural that importers still have to, come into the petroleum downstream, analysis and issues and all that. So don't you think that at the end of the day, that this whole policy, 15% import duty, is going to further discourage importers? Don't you think so?
My take on this is that is actually the aim. That is actually the aim. If there is no need, we have the crude in this place, we have the manpower, we have all it takes. If you want to bring the product, why not invest here? We definitely need to discourage importation of products because the energy sector, any nation that toys with its energy sector is not ready to industrialize. All industrialized nations ensures that they secure their energy sector. The recent noise President Trump was making all over the world, the recent trade war, was because of the export of his jobs. People were producing outside and dumping it on America. So he had to increase tariffs to bring your companies back home. So the essence is let them go and invest. We have all it takes. We have enough crude. The president has been able to secure the Niger Delta. The production of crude has increased from 1.6 is growing to 2 million per day. And as you speak, you can even look at what Dangote is up to now. It's increasing its capacity from 650 to about 1.4 million. As we speak today, they are saying that the total production of Dangote exceeds our demand per day. Look at it, 45 million liters of PMS and 25 million liters of AGU daily. It has enough capacity to supply and meet our daily needs. And even for export, recently, he exported jet fuel to America. So why import? Why import? The beauty of it all is that why I love what the president did. Though Dangote went to court to ensure that it is totally stopped, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. He didn't put extra ban on it. He only just is the tariff, which very slight form. It's just in case there are hitches in the local production, this can be met with what is brought in from our overseas. But the catch is this. What these people are bringing into this country sometimes is substandard. I must confess, Mr. Evans. It's substandard.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is that if you compare to the standard which is being produced locally, you will find out that they are of international standard. For Dangote to export jet fuel to US, it meets up to international standard. Not only is it giving us foreign exchange, it's saving our foreign exchange, which we don't even have, which we need to use for other issues, like in production. So why import? It's not doing us good. We are exporting a job. We have been importing for ages, and we are poor, very poor for it. So it's a welcome development. The president ought to be commended. That's my take.
Yeah, but a little wonder the sincerity of the federal government because I mean, some persons are of the opinion that it is quick for the federal government to say that this move is to encourage local refineries. But you and I know that it is probably the Dangote refinery that seems to be in the forefront of local refinery. Local refining, in the country. I mean, some few months ago, we heard that about 5-6 refineries, were working in Nigeria. But as it stands now, Dangote seems to be the only refinery that is working. So the people that are wondering the sincerity of purpose of this policy, don't you think they are right? I mean, one would have thought that instead of increasing import duties for importers, why don't you try as much as possible to come forward and encourage local refineries, maybe in terms of grants and other aids and all that, so that they can actually take up refining petroleum products, optimally in the country?
I would like to let you understand that I think when you say they need to encourage local refiners so that they can operate optimally in the country, what other encouragement do you want from a government that has domiciled crude for supply to the local refineries in our local currency? They give the crude to whoever wants to buy, who is refining locally with our local currency. That's a big step in the right direction. It's not, you don't need to buy in foreign currency. And it's growing. Before he took over, we were operating less than 1 billion barrels per day. It's growing our output of crude to almost 1.6 million barrels per day on the steady front. So the parameters are all on ground to encourage local refineries to come and invest.
Yeah, Mr. Iroghama. Yes.
So when you say that they ought to encourage them by giving them grants. Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you. Where with you?
By giving them grants. So I think the president has done enough.
Yeah, but some of the information,
others to come and import it. And in fact, most of them are already falling over themselves, like I informed you earlier. One refineries is on stream. And even our other local refineries here, like the one in Edo State, are redesigning their system to ensure that they start producing petrol, not only diesel. So the import duty, the tariff is a signal to others to come and join and invest in the country. So it's a welcome development.
Yeah, thank God that you just mentioned the modular refinery in Edo State here.
Yes.
Now, some of the information that we have in the media space is that some of these modular refineries, perhaps they don't even have the license, to operate, and that seems to be a huge setback in the petroleum downstream sector. I mean, without license, obviously, you cannot operate. So when we say that the federal government seems not to be coming fully, I mean, it may also be in the area of not easily granting license to would-be refineries so that they can actually go into the business.
In any business, there are regulations, rules and regulations. There are rules and regulations in any business for operation. I am in the retailer industry. We have rules guiding it for not only for environmental safety, but for the good of the nation. So these rules, if you fulfill them, your license will be granted to you. That is very, very clear. They are the ones that gave you the license to build and construct in the first case. So immediately you finish construction, they come back, do the inspection. If you meet the rules and regulations, and I'm very sure the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Regulatory Agency will immediately give you the license, because no nation toys with its energy sector. You can see from what the president is doing. I don't think if they meet up with the regulations that Nigerian Midstream and Downstream sector has given to them, immediately they will be granted license, because everybody needs their product. Diesel, is, you are aware, is what we use in powering our transport system in the country and the manufacturing system. You can even know the see from the system now that with the diesel price dropping from almost 1,700 to 1,000, what do you call it, 1,050 naira across the board as we speak now. The price of commodities in the system in the country has considerably reduced. Price of commodities has reduced. You would agree? So if they meet up with the rules and regulations, the guidelines given by NIMJA, that is Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Regulatory Agency, they will definitely grant them the licenses.
All right.
So I don't think that. Go on.
Yeah, let's shift our attention away from petrol, PMS and diesel now. Now let's shift over to the CNG, that's the compressed natural gas, which is also a product of petroleum as it stands. Now, for you to install the CNG in your vehicle, I mean, a lot of persons want to do this, but the price is far beyond the reach of an average Nigerian. I mean, over ₦1 million. And the reason given is that the kits, they are not done here, they are imported and all that. Now, little wonder when the federal government is also going to shift attention into this area so that they can also further discourage importers, thereby making it readily available in our local markets by local producers. Hello, Mr. Iroghama.
Yes, hello, I'm with you.
Yeah.
When you talk about CNG, you find out that the trying to diversify into CNG in Nigeria is long overdue. In the sense that if you know the amount of gas, Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken, has the fifth largest reserve of gas in the world. And we are constantly flaring it all over the country, which is not right. So diversifying into CNG is a welcome development. Like you rightly mentioned, the slang, that is conversion of this kit in our vehicles, is slightly on the high side, maybe ‘1 million.
Yeah. But
there are programs on ground designed by federal government where you pay instrumentally. There are programs on ground. Recently they had a symposium here in Benin. Attended it, where the marketing manager came to educate us. They have, you pay instrumentally, not instantaneously you pay everything. No, it's instrumental. So there's no hitch in that. If you decide to grant to take cheap CNG, beautiful, but you pay instrumentally, not instantly. You pay everything.
Okay. All right. So
if they don't know where to or who to contact to ensure that if they need to pay, that is take up the product and pay instrumentally, they can reach us in our office in Obini Road, in our secretariat. We will guide them on how to get the contact to pay instrumentally to install your kit in your car, the CNG kit in your car.
Okay. All right. So you are telling members of the public now that as part of your responsibility, you also, design methods and, ways whereby members of the public can pay instrumentally in installing this, in their vehicles.
We link them to the necessary facilities placed there by the federal government for them to be able to pay instrumentally if they wish to change or convert their car
now,
to CNG.
Where is your office located so that members of the public can know?
It's the NNPC Benin Depot.
Okay, here in Benin.
Benin Agbo Road.
Okay. Okay. All right.
That's where our secretariat is.
Okay. Now, quickly, you know, the U-tide period is so. We're already in the U-tide period, and I mean, I'm grown enough to understand what happens this period. All of a sudden, PMS becomes unavailable, scarce, and all that. So, as the new IPMAN chairman now in Edo State, what modalities are you putting on ground to ensure that members of the public in Edo State will have these products, available during the U-tide?
Our job has been made easy. It's been made easy because of the ready availability of these products all over the nation. We can source it, especially those of us in Edo State, from a neighboring state or from Lagos. The products are readily available. So the only thing that I would use this medium to appeal for is that they should expedite action in the repairs of our road network, especially in the Warri axis, in the Saple road, so as to ensure that our trucks easily fly and come in as an advantage. Because when you pay and the product doesn't come in on time, that delay affects our supply chain. So I would appeal, and I know that our maybe governor is up to the task. He has taken up the duty to ensure that that portion of that same portion in the Benin Saple road is being looked into. And if they do that, I don't think we'll have any issues. All over the state, since there's availability, our teaming retailers are equal to the task. And we are also encouraging some of our members who are not having enough capital to buy these products and sell in their stations. We have linked them to necessary facilities provided by banks to ensure that they key into and ensure that they are able to get this facility, that is to say, credit facility to be able to buy petroleum products. So I don't see any hitch or scarcity coming up in this year's time period. It's going to be smooth sailing.
Okay. All right. So quickly, before I let you go, because I know it's very scarce to have you. So as the new IPMAN chairman in Edo State, what difference are you bringing on board? I mean, your members may want to know this on this program this morning.
Like I said in my mission statement when I was when I took over the leadership of IPMAN Benin Depot from my predecessor, Alhaji Abdul Hamid Baba Saliu, I did say that we are going to partner with the relevant authorities or bodies to ensure that we give good services to our customers. So what I mean by that is that the relevant authorities, we are talking about NIMTRA, we are talking about private refineries, we are talking about all regulatory agencies and the sources to which we get these products. So we are also talking about ensuring that our members are protected from most of these multiple taxation, which is affecting us a lot, I must confess. We have so if we are able to reduce by engaging even the state authorities to ensure that our taxes are reduced to the barest minimum to keep us to be an employer of labor. These are some of the areas I want to look into, to appeal to these regulatory agencies to ensure that the burden on us is reduced to the barest minimum so that we can give better services to our customers. From state to federal. State, when you talk about state, we pay local, that is to say state, local government, state government, and federal taxes. If we, all these other taxes, if we are able to engage the state government to bring it to the barest minimum, then our members will be able to perform optimally.
All right, so Mr. Iroghama, I want to say a very big thank you for joining us on the program this morning, and we hope that subsequently when we call on you on other relevant topics, you also grant us and oblige us the analysis of the issues as they go on.
Thank you, Mr. Evans. Thank you for having me.
Okay. All right. So the program is still this morning on ITV, and we've been talking with Mr. ODWIN IROGHAMA, who is the new chairman of IPMAN, Benin Depot, and we'll be looking at the new 15% import duty that the federal government has introduced for importers of petrol. That's PMS, Premium Motor Spirit and Diesel, into the country. So we will see how it goes. I mean, it's only natural that Nigerians will begin. We'll keep on looking at it and see how it's going to, span out as the whole issues unveil.